Supreme Court heard arguments relating to the president's executive order trying to end birthright citizenship. But the case before our highest court could have a much bigger impact than just that. WENY Washington correspondent Rachel Knapp joins us live from the Supreme Court this evening. Rachel.
Well, good evening, Renata. So legal experts that spoke to me say that this case could potentially have a lot of impact on how much power these lower level judges could have on issuing universal injunctions. That's when they essentially put a pause or a ban on executive orders or policies. Now, some experts that I spoke with say that the president has a lot of influence and power with members in Congress. And so really the first line of defense is these federal judges. A group of protesters rallied outside the Supreme Court in favor of keeping birthright citizenship, which gives people American citizenship if they are born on U.S. soil. But within the first few days back in office, the president signed an executive order trying to ban birthright citizenship.
The Trump administration has been repeatedly targeting America's most vulnerable communities.
Attorneys we spoke with say this case is much bigger than birthright citizenship. But whether lower court judges can issue so-called nationwide or universal injunctions, essentially blocking an order from the president from being carried out. In this case, several lower court judges issued injunctions on the president's birthright citizenship executive order.
That's a judge's role, right, is to determine constitutionality in the federal context. A judge can determine how the 14th Amendment is applied, can determine the constitutionality of an executive order, can interpret law. So it is not inappropriate, but I think the concern is, what if we have a single judge in a single district for another issue that has another nationwide effect? But that is the nature of our federal court system.
Federal judges have become the front line battle everyone in elementary school learns about, the division of powers and the three parts of government. I mean, the staggering party control the president has exhibited since March in both the House and the Senate. The only one of the three branches that seems to be saying, no, you cannot do this. And one can think that's a good thing or a bad thing. The only one that's doing that right now is the judiciary. And as we all know, those orders are not self-executing. President Jackson famously said the Supreme Court issued its ruling. Now let them go and enforce it. And so if that is the frontline battle.
Renata, we do expect the court to issue their ruling on this relatively soon. Reporting live for WENY News, I'm Rachel Knapp. Renata, back to you.